Teka muna, what are those certain vulnerabilities na nakita nyo po?
Mr. Chair, based on the mandate of the IECT, we cannot divulge it unless subpoenaed. But we forwarded it.
Then we will subpoena it.
Thank you, Mr.
Para
Chair.
malaman namin kung ano yun.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And the public has the right to know.
Yes, Mr.
Hindi
Chair.
naman pwede kayo lang nakakaalam, hindi alam ng publiko. Remember, hindi naman kayo mananaya, ang tumataya, yung public.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Karamihan sa kanila, mahirap na kababayan natin na nagbabakasakali, baka makachamba, and then they are deprived of this important information. Heck no. They should be informed. So
Yes.
walang taguan dito, transparent dapat tayo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Or 2 minutes for the system to tell if that is a winning number.
Masyado ata matagal. Dapat 30 seconds lang. Kaya yun.
I will ask our because
No, pagkatapos ng bola, lumabas yung 6 na numero, agad-agad, meron isa pang screen dyan, napapanood ng mga tao at nandun kay mga witnesses, mag-register agad. 2 winners, 1 winner, tapos nakalagay kung anong lugar.
Because maraming nanalo ba? So,
Okay.
we were doing an investigation.
O nga pala, yung maraming nanalo. Nasaan ba si Senator Coco? Yun yung tinatanong ni Senator Coco the last time Bakit daw sobrang daming nanalo?
Binato po yung sasakyan ko. Yung teller ko minumura ng mga tao. Bakit? Dahil dinadaya na raw. Actually po ako hanggang ngayon, I still want to believe na yung integrity ng PCSO nandyan pa rin. Possible talaga na may ganong manalo. Yung mga nananalo na sunod-sunod ngayon, possible pa rin po. Kaso nga lang, the way things, na nakikita namin lahat, nakakaduda na. Sobrang nakakaduda na po.
Kayo dyan sa PCSO, come and go kayo Di ba? Sila nandyan na for so many years, dekada na, yun ang hanap buhay nila Kayo, darating kayo dyan, masisiga-sigaan, gagawa ng experimental na mga polisiya, tinatamaan sila dahil at hindi sila kinukonsulta. Dapat magkaroon lang kay paggala na konsultahin sila dahil sila nga ang nagpapayaman sa PCSO. Sila yung nagde-deliver ng pera sa PCSO. Sila yung mga kalabaw ng PCSO. And yet, pagdating ng oras, hindi sila kinukonsulta. Ang masaklap pa, sila pa ay pinaparusahan kapag low ang sales at napapasara. God damn. At kagagawa nyo yun kung ba't bumabang sales nila. Dahil naglagay kayong panibagong sugal. Pag may panibagong sugal, panibagong kita. Hindi lang sa PCSO, God knows kung sino pang mga kumikita. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Do you think I'm stupid?
Yes.
Kayo po dyan sa mga board of directors ang gumagawa ng polisiya. Don't tell me sa Presidente BBM ang nagdeklara. Anong pakialam ni Presidente BBM sa mga polisiya sa Lotto? He's so busy with bigger problems that we have in our country. Attorney Pagano, ma'am.
Are not covered.
Ma'am, for the second time,
Yes,
please
sir.
don't make me stupid here.
No, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
ma'am, yung sinasabi mo, totoo yun. May mga housewife, come and go. Pero that's only 1%. Yung 99%, they stick. Sila pa rin po yung nangongolekta. Kaya nga po, kumikita po ng bilyones, ito po mga STL operators, kasi kung sila come and go yung kanilang mga kolektor, hindi sana kikita silang ganong kalaki. Tulad sinabi kanina, ito po ay continuation sa mga nakarang hearing para sagutin po yung katanungan ng marami sa mga naglalaro ng Lotto tungkol po sa integrity ng Lotto games. Meron bang pandaraya o wala? That we have to find out today, right here, right now. Nung last hearing, I talked to the BIR and the PCSO na yung BIR will submit to us yung taxes paid records ng mga taxes that were paid by the Lotto winners. Samples from September, October, November. Ang mangyari po, pagbabanggain natin, ilang games ang tinamaan, for example, sa buwan ng September, at ilang taong tumama, at magkanong binayad na tax o taxes. At ibabangga po natin yan sa record ng PCSO. Andito ba ang BIR? BIR, do we
Mr.
have
Chair.
those documents, records?
Mr. Chair, we have a summary report po. Kasi po, of total taxes paid And kung ilan pong mga kung ilan pong winners ang may tin and walang tin po.
Sandali lang. Nasaan po si Chairman? General Manager? No, si General Manager ng PCSO?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Yesterday, GM Robles sent a letter that he cannot attend today. However, I have with me the documents
No,
required.
just the presence muna. Tatanungin ko, ba't wala po siya rito?
Wala po.
Bakit po?
Based on his letter to you, Mr. Chair, yesterday, he said that he has other commitments today.
And what is that commitment?
Actually, Mr. Chair has several meetings with local government officials.
LGUs, are those more important than the hearing? Do you think? Today?
No, Your Honor, except that he sent the officials who are capable to answer the questions, Mr. Chair.
I'll get back to you later. So, Attorney Tibayan of the BIR, so you have those records, Attorney? And what are those records? Ano pong sinasabi doon? Ano pong nakapaloob sa mga record na yan? Yan po ba ay pwede natin ibangga doon sa record ng PCSO? And PCSO, do you have the counterpart records of what the BIR has? Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Can we see that?
Mr. Chair, what we have is from July 2023, actually until September po, 2023.
July, August, September, 3 months. Sa loob ng 3 buwan pong yon, ilan pong laro ang tinamaan?
Kasi pag mag-file po sila, Mr. Chair, hindi namin alam kung ilang games. Total
Okay,
amount
sige.
po na...
Ilan ang total amount paid? Ilang tao po ang nag-file ng para magbayad ng 20% tax sa kanilang tinamaan na laro?
Total po na nag-file, total taxpayers po or winners involved po ay 8,192.
8,000 winners?
8,192 po for those period po.
8,192
192. July,
winners.
August, September po.
Okay. July, August. Ang dami palang tumatama.
Ito po yung yung return period po is filed sa amin ng July, August, and September.
So, sa loob ng 3 months, 8,192.
8,192 po
Hindi,
total
ang
winner.
gusto ko lang is yung malalaking games. Huwag na yung mga tres.
Hindi po namin, sir, kasi pag sa form po, isang, form po, tapos yung total na panalo, naka-lump sum.
Teka muna.
Apo.
Ano ba yung mga binabayaran lang na kailangan magbayad ng tax sa mga games? Ano mga games ito?
Basta po yung beyond, wait lang po, check ko lang po.
Ang interesado lang po kasi sana kami dito, yung 642, 645, 649, 655, and 650, is that 58? Yung 5 lang.
Basta po yung beyond 10,000 po na winnings, lahat po yan kasama po sa return nila sa fina-file po sa amin. Kasi po yung 10,000 and below, exempt po from final tax on winnings.
Kaya nga, pero pwede bang yung kukunin ko na lang yung mga games na nabanggit ko?
Hindi po kasi siya nakadeclare sa return yung games po. Basta po, for the whole month po, ang mangyayari, lahat ng panalo, i-add po nila yan, tapos i-file po sa amin ng isang base amount.
Teka muna, magulo. Hindi. Dapat, bawat isang game, halimbawa 642, may nanalo dyan, binubukod, 642, 645, 649. Nakabukod dyan doon sa mga 10,000 and above. Yung sa mga sweat dress ba yun? Ang tawag yung mga ibang games?
Pag ganun po, meron kaming parang alpha list na sinasubmit po sila. So,
Okay, so you have that alpha list? Yung nabanggit ko lang ng mga games,
sige
doon
po,
ako interested. Kasi
access ko lang po.
doon may suspetsya ng pandaraya eh.
opo, medyo po, nasa USB po kasi, i-access ko po sa laptop po para
Okay.
ko po.
Attorney Pagano,
Yes, Mr.
meron po kayong records ng mga nanalo
Yes.
ng mga games na tinanong ko
Yes.
kanina?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ilan po?
Actually, Mr. Chair, we received a subpoena duces tecum yesterday. The first requirement is the name of lotto winners and the games they won from July 1 to January 30, 2024. Regarding the names of the lotto winners, Mr. Chair, and the games they won, it is in a sealed envelope, and I will turn over to the committee, Mr. Chair, because this involves already the data of the winners.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay.
As to number 2, the records of tax payment, as BIR stated, we are submitting, Your Honor, the alpha list. We have July, in compliance with the subpoena, Mr. Chair, we have the payments for July, August, September, October, November, December 2023. As for January 30, 2024, Mr. Chair, we still do not have that because we're
And I
still
understand.
filing.
So,
Yes.
doon muna siguro sa July, August, and September. Meron po kayong
Yeah.
kopya noon.
Yes, we have the date. Actually, Mr. Chair, it's called the alpha list,
Okay.
as mentioned by the BIR. So we have all of that here, Mr. Chair. We are submitting that also in compliance with the subpoena.
So, BIR, yung alpha list ng PCSO in reference to the month of July, August, September ng winners at dun sa mga nabanggit ko mga games, yun ang pagbabanggain natin. Kalimutan mo na yung mga 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 winners.
July.
Doon lang po sa mga jackpot para mas mapabilis pa rin tayo. Okay ba sa iyo yun? And I need those records. Kung hindi ka pa ready ngayon, sa susunod na hearing so next week, I need that.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Para I think yung binabanggit po niyang alpha list, yun din po yung sinasubmit niya sa amin. So it's the same document po.
Pero pwede ba natin hiwalay na yung mga maliliit na games na tinamaan? Gusto ko doon lang sa particular na 5 laro.
Sige po, check po namin.
Kasi
yung for the
doon
report.
pong may suspetsya na dayaan eh. Doon sa mga sweat trash, yung mga 10,000, 20,000, hindi yun eh. Hindi yun sinususpetsya na may pandaray. Siguro meron, pero mas interesado sila doon sa malalaking laro. Can we have those records?
Okay po, Mr. Chair.
Can you produce that siguro by next week?
Okay, sige po, Chair. Check po namin.
For now, we will get those records. Okay, submit to the committee para ma-review na namin.
Mr. Chair, also inside the sealed envelope would be the jackpot winners as requested last hearing, Mr. Chair. The names are here, as well as the amounts.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't worry, we will protect those names. Hindi namin,
Thank
we will treat it as confidential.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Naintindihan namin yan. Yung sa amin lang, pag nakuha na namin yung records na kailangan namin, pagbabanggain yung BIR at sa PCSO, then babalik din namin sa inyo yan. Of course. Okay, so BIR next week, pwede na? Meron na tayo yan?
Sir, pwede rin kami makingi ng ano nila. Actually, we sent a
Okay, sige.
request
Bibigyan namin kayo ng kopya, yung
Yes
bigay
po,
ng
opo.
BIR.
Tapos, pwede po kaming gumawa ng report kung tama po yung information.
Exactly, thank you.
Sige po.
Now we're talking. Sige, titingnan nyo kung tama ba o tumutugma ba. Pag hindi tumutugma, agad-agad sabihin nyo sa akin. Okay? Thank you very much. Now, second topic, root access. Sino ba yung kausap po dati sa root access? Sa hindi pa nakakaalam, ang root access, ito po ay isang privilege control over the entire system. Parang master key po ito. Ang sino man may hawak niyan, pwede siya makapasok labas ng the whole system. Pwede siya mag-edit, pwede po siyang mag-delete. He or she can do everything and anything. Ganun po katindi itong root access na ito. Kaya nga nung last time, nandito yung mga taga-PCSO, isang tinanong ko, kung walang proper safeguards, pwede bang mamanipula ang buong computer system? And the answer was yes. Now, ang pinagtaka ko lang, bakit yung may root access ay si GM at AGM? Dapat magkaroon ng check and balance. tanggalin natin yung isang root access sa AGM, ibigay natin kay Chairman Kua. Kasi GM, AGM, magkapareho lang yan. Isang tao lang yan, isang ilong, isang kamatis, sabi pa nga nila. So from now on, Attorney Pagano, gusto ko si Chairman Juni Kua bilang chairman, dapat siyang isa sa mga root access. Nakaka-insulto naman, chairman siya, hindi siya binigyan ng root access. Ang binigyan yung Alipores, yung AGM. So, sa next hearing, gusto ko meron siyang access. Is that okay by you, Chairman Kua? Isa ka sa dalawa kayo ni GM magkaroon ng root access?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I think if that is the wishes of the committee, I will have to oblige. I just am not sure whether, since there are two persons having access to the source code, magiging very safe. I mean, siyempre, yung hawak ko, I have control of it. Yung hawak na ibang tao, wala akong control. So, hindi ko lang malaman kung safe ba yun.
Na dalawang tao may hawak ng root access.
Opo.
Para sa'yo, dapat isa lang.
I really don't know kung sino po talaga ang mas maganda na may hawak nito na hindi talaga basta-basta ma-access, no? I think makakailangan aralin kung yung mga ibang systems na ginagamit natin sa gobyerno, halimbawa yung source code ng COMELEC, paano ba ang system nila doon para makita natin kung paano na-ensure. Gaya po ng nasabi ko, I am not shying away from this responsibility. But gusto ko lang po na ma-express din yung aking concern na yung possibility kasi dalawang may access eh.
Okay, that's why we have to consult na IT expert kung meron tayo rito ngayon or later kung pwede tayong humingi ng opinion from the ICT. Kasi kung dalawa po, may check and balance. Hindi po, kasi kung isa lang, pwede hong gumawa ng kabalastugan tong isa.
Opo.
Diba? Now, kung merong isa pa, makikita nitong isa, yung pangalawa, na, pumasok ka sa system, gumawa ka ng pagdidelete, gumawa ka ng pag-edit, meron kang dinagdag, malalaman.
Opo.
Sa ngayon kasi, Mr. Kua, ang merong access ay si GM at saka AGM. Itong dalawa, magkaisang ilong lang.
Opo.
At alam ko, pag nilagay kita dyan, may sarili kang mundo, sorry hindi ka kasama sa core group, and I know that for a fact. So, magkakaroon ng check and balance. Pero kung ang sinasabi mo, mas maganda kung isa lang ang may root access.
Ang ibig ko mong sabihin is, kung kaya bang pakialaman ng isang tao lamang yung system. Kasi kung kami ay pareho ng hawak at pareho naming pwedeng itamper, yun ang concern ko.
Okay.
I hope I express myself well.
So, ibig sabihin, yung root access, yung code nakalagay sa Bolt, pag kailangan na, bubuksan yung Bolt, dalawang tao pareho, and then, pag kailangan maka-access dun sa computer, both persons are looking. Is that what you're saying? Or
baka po mas maganda yung ganon, na walang may hawak, pero hindi mabubuksan yung Bolt kung isa lang ang taong may hawak nung pwedeng susi na pambukas ng Bolt.
okay, ang tanong natin ngayon, paano natin masiguro na yung Bolt ay hindi pwedeng buksan ng ibang tao?
Opo.
Sinong maghahawak ng susi sa Bolt?
Kagaya po ng sistema sa safety box ng bangko, yung bangko may hawak, yung depositor may hawak. So, meron pong hindi lang isa ang humahawak. Pwede namang marami ang humahawak para lang makasigurado na kailangan magkakasabuhat.
So, ibig sabihin, Attorney Pagano, merong vault dyan na malalaman kung sino nag-access, kung sino nagbukas o hindi. I think there's such a vault. So, ilalagay yung root access doon sa vault and then isa lang ang pwedeng humawak niyan at mag-open ang system, and of course may testigo once in-open ang system. Okay ba yun sa inyo?
Baka po kinakailangan hindi lang isang susi, baka kailangan dalawa, tatlo, apat, 5 susi para marami talagang susi.
Pag maraming susi, di marami maka-access.
Opo, pero kailangan po magkakasama sila para mabuksan. Yun po ang ibig kong sabihin. Hindi po pwedeng isang tao lang ang magbubukas.
Okay, parang sa bangko. So, lahat pare-pareho yung susi nila. Hindi pwedeng isa lang magbukas.
Opo.
Hindi ubra yun.
Opo.
Dapat lahat ng may susi na yan, sabay-sabay bubuksan.
Opo. At saka isa pa po, kailangan po masigurado tayo na yung source code na yun, walang ibang may hawak na.
Okay.
Yun lang ibig kong sabihin. Kasi
DICT, CICC siguro. Anong opinion niyo po doon sa pinag-usapan namin? Kayo po ang expert pagdating dyan?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Very simple lang ho yung process natin. No? If you have a source code, normally the government deposits it with BSP. Kasi napakataas ng security nila, naka-CCTV 24/7, and the only access is given if you have all the signatories present.
So yung suggestion niyo po, dapat yung source code ay i-deposit sa BSP. At kung kinakailangan, hilingin sa BSP at dadalhin sa PCSO.
If it's a suggestion that we should look into frequency, when do you need to look into the source code? Pag hindi mo naman kailangan buksan, it's just deposited there. And it is sealed by certain authorized signatories ng PCSO and its audit people. Kasi sealed siya literally in a safe box sa BSP.
Attorney Pagano?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think we should make a distinction between root access and source code, Mr. Chair. The source code under our agreement with the Philippine Lottery System provider, the source code is actually is in a sealed envelope signed by the provider and PCSO, and under the agreement is to be deposited in an escrow account with Land Bank. That is the process, Mr. Chair, which, and we've already submitted all requirements to Land Bank of the Philippines for the establishment of that escrow account where the source code will be deposited. As mentioned by DICT, it is not something that you use every day, Mr. Chair. It's a source code, so that's like the, I cannot give an example.
So what's the difference between the source code and the root access code?
The root access, Mr. Chair, is the access of a certain user to the system. Like, for example, to check on how many sales there are for this 642, 649 game. So that access, actually, the highest access is given to GM Robles.
And AGM.
Yes, and AGM. But just to correct, Mr. Chair, when you have access, it does not mean that you can edit. It's not editable, Mr. Chair. So our apologies for the statement last time, but it is not as if when you have access, it is not a document that you can edit or
I
that
don't
you
think
can
so.
change.
I don't think so. I already talked to an expert.
Yes.
Are you an IT expert?
No,
Attorney
Mr.
Lisa Grace Pagano, Chief of Staff,
no,
General,
Mr. Chair.
General Manager.
No.
So why are you saying that na hindi pwede? Samantalang yung nandito ka last time na hearing namin, IT expert, yung sabi niya pwede. So ngayon binabago mo. Hindi pwede. Maliban na kung magpakita sa akin ng credentials na ikaw ay IT expert.
No, Mr. Chair.
Then Then hindi ka pwede magsalita.
Maybe, well, of course, the
Then hindi ka
expert
pwede
here
magsalita.
would be DICT.
Exactly.
Yes.
Hindi. Yung
Yes.
kasama nyo dito last time, expert yun eh. She declared herself as expert.
Okay.
Oh, ba't wala siya dito ngayon? Hindi nyo pinapasok. Hindi
She
nyo
was
pinapunta.
not
Oh,
invited. She was not invited.
yun nga po, ulitin ko, yung root access, pwede mag-delete. Tinanong ko siya eh. Sabi niya, okay, I'll give you an example. Ulitin ko yung example ko na last time. Tumaya si Juan de la Cruz, planted. Tumaya siya sa isang outlet, Lotto outlet. Kunya 642. Tinaya niya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nag-register yan sa PCSO. Nataya na yung numero 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, nagbola. Ang lumabas, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You follow me so far? Okay? Now, yung taong may root access, pwede niyang palabasin, kunya walang nanalo, pwede niyang palabasin through another computer system na yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 na tinayaan niya, i-change niya to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 para mag-match doon sa winning number. Tinanong ko yon, sabi niya, imposible. Sabi ko, why? Kasi nga, may tinatawag na post-audit. Nasaan yung mirror? Sana. Saan tayo? Nasaan nga dito? Saan? Yung tinatawag na witness mirror post-audit. Na agad-agad, malalaman kung minanalo o wala. Tama? And then tinanong ko, sino ang present doon sa tinatawag na witness mirror post-audit? Ang nandoon, kayo-kayo lang. Na PCSO, and of course, meron taga-commission on audit. Diba? Now, tinanong ko, kung gugustuhin, pwedeng manipulahin. Ang sagot niya, yes. Kaya sabi ko, I rest my case. Kaya nagsuggest ako, bukod doon sa mga taga-PCSO at saka Commission on Audit, maglagay tayo ng third-party witness. It's either from academe, from media, from NGO, from civil society. At nag-agree kayo. Yun eh. So therefore, ang gusto ko, mas maganda siguro, di ba nagbubola kayo ng mga games live? Dapat sa isang screen, agad-agad, in matter of seconds, pagkatapos ng bola, sasabihin ko minanalo o wala. Pwede ba yon? Gawin natin public? Agad-agad?
Probably 3, sir. Gaano kabilis? How fast? When they put the numbers, Mr. Chair, it probably takes 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah.
1
or 2 minutes for the system to tell if that is a winning number.
Masyado ata matagal. Dapat 30 seconds lang. Kaya yon.
I will ask our
No, pagkatapos ng bola, lumabas yung 6 na numero, agad-agad, meron isa pang screen dyan, napapanood ng mga tao at nandun kay mga witnesses, mag-register agad. 2 winners, 1 winner, tapos nakalagay ko anong lugar.
The number of winners can be identified immediately.
Hindi sasabihin kung sinong winners.
Yes.
Hindi natin kailangan yun. Basta't nakalagay lang kung ilang winners.
And yung
Kunya nakalagay,
location,
2 winners.
the Lotto. Yes, yes.
Oh, nakalagay kunya, Olonga po, Cavite.
Yes, yes.
Pwede yon.
Yes.
Gawin natin public from
Yes,
now on.
Mr. Chair.
Good. Kasi sa ngayon nakatago eh. Hindi, sa ngayon, di ba, it is not being made public, di ba? Malalaman na lang namin, after a day or two, sabihin nyo, no winners.
Right after the draw, Mr. Chair, right after the draw, during the live draw, if you watch the 9 p.m. draw, immediately, the winner is declared. If there is a winner.
Sinasabi?
Yes po.
Live?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes.
At kailangan, yung sinasabi ko pa rin, again, yung nagmamonitor,
Opo.
nandoon present, meron din mga outsider,
Yes
yung third
po,
party.
meron po.
Okay.
From the community. In fact, we have a panel of judges who participate in the draw procedures from pre-draw, Mr. Chair, which means the weighing of the balls.
Wala akong problema sa pre-draw kasi nakikita eh.
Yes po.
Yung problema ko doon sa post-audit.
Yes.
Kasi yung post-audit, kayo-kayo lang yan sa isang kwarto ata, tama?
No, not
Saan?
really. Doon din po sa draw court. In the draw court, there's a room which is called the Ramti. Ramti, di ba? Tama.
So from now on, tuwing meron kayong gagawin mga desisyon, gusto ko, dapat meron din tao si Chairman Kua.
Yes.
Kasi ang nangyayari, palagi nyo siyang, tinatanggal eh.
No, the chairman is actually given also the chairman can watch the draw anytime, whether the pre-draw 2:59 p.m.
Dapat
draws.
involved siya palagi.
Yes.
Kaya nga siya chairman eh.
Yes, there's no such
Hindi, kasi nakakataas ng kilay, Attorney Pagano,
Yes, sir.
yung AGM na assistant alipores lamang ni GM, nabibigyan ng napakaraming opportunities, napakaraming pribileyo, whereas yung si chairman, isa sa pinakamataas dyan sa PCSO, palagi siyang itinatabi. From now on,
Yes.
in the name of transparency, sa lahat ng mga decision-making ninyo, sa lahat ng mga policy-making ninyo, kailangan involved si chairman. Is that okay with you, Chairman?
Thank you for your kind statement, Mr. Chairman. Yes, Mr. Chairman. The way things work in our organization is that operational matters are within the ambit of
GM.
the mandate of the GM. And policy matters are the ones elevated to the board. And so that is the time that I get involved in the decision-making process. Doon po sa operational matters, medyo mahirap pong makialam sa operational matters. Yung
Hindi ko sinasabi makialam po kay Chairman. Ang sinasabi ko, dapat you are informed.
Yes,
Alam niyo
yes.
po yung mga nangyayari within the organization.
Yes,
Kumbaga, they should have the courtesy to let you know.
tama po.
Ito po yung ginagawa ng PCSO, ito po yung operations natin, ito na po yung direction natin. As chairman, you should be informed.
Yes. I thank you for that, Mr. Chairman. It would be best if my office is informed of what's happening.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that.
Attorney Pagano, okay tayo dyan? Good. Then
Thank
let's
you,
move
Mr.
on.
Chair.
DICT, I asked you the last time na i-check niyo po yung integrity ng buong Lotto system, maging yung Pacific Online, yung e-Lotto provider ng PCSO?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, in fact, as early as May of last year, 2023, the PCSO already reached out to the ICT to conduct their VAPT testing, the vulnerability assessment and penetration test. And as of November 23, we already informed them of our assessment and certain vulnerabilities. And as of December 2023, Mr. Chair, they already addressed those vulnerabilities, and their score was minimal to none.
Teka muna, what are those certain vulnerabilities na nakita niyo po?
Mr. Chair, based on the mandate of the IECT, we cannot divulge it unless subpoenaed. But we forwarded it.
Then
to
we will
PCSO.
subpoena it
Thank you, Mr.
para
Chair.
malaman namin kung ano yun.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And the public has the right to know.
Yes, Mr.
Hindi
Chair.
naman pwede kayo lang nakakaalam, hindi alam ng publiko. Remember, hindi naman kayo mananaya, ang tumataya, yung public.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Karamihan sa kanila, mahirap na kababayan natin na nagbabakasakali, baka makachamba, and then they are deprived of this important information? Heck no. They should be informed. So
Yes.
walang taguan dito, transparent dapat tayo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so I need those information. COMSEC, isampina natin yung information na yon. What
Mr.
are those vulnerabilities na nakita ng DICT when they did the assessment? When
Yes,
was
Mr.
this?
Yes, Mr. Chair. We will comply with the subpoena, Mr. Chair.
Okay. And maging doon sa Pacific Online,
Yes, Mr. Chair. That was exactly the VAPT test that we conducted that was requested by the PCSO,
okay.
Mr. Chair.
And then also yung current, yung sa mga outlets, yung sa, aside from the e-Lotto, how about yung the whole computer system of
Well,
PCSO?
we would we would await. You have to understand, Mr. Chair, and we would beg your indulgence that the mandate of the ICT is just the technical assistance, the technical consultant of various government agencies. We do not, hindi ho kami ang nangangalaga sa mga system ng gobyerno.
I know, because you have the expertise, unless kung
Yes.
meron kayong i-refer sa amin na third party na expert sa pagtitingin sa computer system, kung ano yung vulnerability doon, kung ano may problema doon, kung
Mr. Chair, wala naman po problema. We would just await the request of PCSO, Mr. Chair.
PCSO, mag-request na agad-agad kayo, and how long would that be before you can come up with the result?
Usually, the VAPT testing, Mr. Chair, takes about 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kaya ba ng 2 months?
Depende ho sa...
umuuna si Executive Director Alexander Ramos.
Depende ho sa you have to, sana ho maintindihan ho ng chairman natin at sigurado ho ang naiintindihan nyo na very limited ho ang manpower ng DICT. Marami ho
Okay,
kami mga...
sige. 3 months, sige. Limited manpower, 3 months. And then don't worry, sa susunod na Senate budget hearing, tataasan ko, i-request ko na mataasan kayo ng budget.
Maraming salamat po, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
for this project. Okay. So, okay na yon tayo, Attorney Pagano, bigyan silang karapatan na
Mr. Chair,
magkaroon ng access sa inyong computer
Yes.
system.
Yes, the Philippine Lottery System is actually certified by the World Lottery Association, Mr. Chair. That's the PLS. But nevertheless, we will submit to the ICT. I think that will make their job easier.
Okay, thank you. Executive Director Ramos, may binubulong kayo? Pwede ba malaman namin kung ano yung binubulong nyo?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I just remembered that Secretary Ivan tasked CICC to assist PCSO last year.
Okay.
No? With regards to yung maraming nanalo ba. So,
Okay.
we were doing an investigation.
O nga pala, yung marami nanalo. Nasaan ba si Senator Coco? Yun yung tinatanong ni Senator Coco the last time eh. Bakit daw sobrang daming nanalo?
Yes.
May problema ba doon?
We were in the
Yung sa isang game?
Yung process bakit maraming nanalo was the hanapan namin ng ng probability how it occurred, no?
So may mali ba doon? Pakisilip, pakitingnan?
We are-
And I need a report?
Yes, yes, Mr. Chair.
Of that,
We are in the middle of it. We just need the full cooperation of Pacific, the contractor, to gain more access to their system. Kasi
Saan ba yung Pacific? Is Pacific here? Pacific? 101% cooperation, give it to CICC?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Ayan. Okay na yun? CICC?
yes, that would suffice. Full cooperation lang po.
Full cooperation. So, in 2 or 3 months, makuha na namin yung result?
Maybe shorter kasi naumpisa na namin.
Good. Okay. Now, let's move on. Ito, very important to me as well. Yung 2,000 na nawalan trabaho, Attorney Pagano, sabi nyo, nag-agree sa akin si GM last time, ibabalik yung mga members ng Pulaay. 2,000 of them ay nasibak dahil nga magkakaroon na ng online betting sa we call it e-lotto. So ibabalik natin, bibigyan natin sila mga machines. Tama?
Yeah.
Tama o tama, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And when is that going to happen?
No, of course, Mr. Chair, you have to understand that there is a procedure that we have to go through because this involves procurement, Mr. Chair, of additional lotto terminals. So we're looking at 2 things. First is the financial consideration regarding this. As mentioned by GM Robles last time, the cost of one lotto terminal is 450,000. This is excluding insurance, telecommunication, etc. The second would, of course, be the technical or the physical delivery. If we will procure this from the current provider, it will take 8 to 10 months, Mr. Chair. Yes.
10 months?
Yes.
Pero possible, pwede.
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
Miss Evelyn Marking Javier ng Pulaay, National President. Ma'am, reaction
Thank
niyo po,
you,
ma'am.
Mr. Chair. To my understanding, it's not going to be PCSO who will buy that machine. It will be the provider. So I don't understand. They keep on saying na expensive siya when the provider buys it and then they just rent it from the provider.
O yun naman pala, Attorney Pagano.
Yes, well, of course, that is true, Mr. Chair, that it will be the provider that will buy it, but the services of that provider, as far as POSC PGMC is concerned, this is a joint venture. It is not simply that they will connect parts and then deliver it to us. That's going to be ordered by the joint venture.
I know,
Mr.
pero
Chair.
there will be no expense on the part of the government, PCSO. Kasi
No,
nga
there
po,
is.
ang provider ang mag-procure noon,
Yes.
mag-secure.
There is, Mr. Chair, there is a list. Like mentioned last time, the procurement of 6,500 terminals was done by PCSO at the tune of 5.8 billion, Mr.
Pera ng
Chair.
PCSO?
Yes po, for 5 years. So it is not as if we can also just buy that over the counter, Mr. Chair. That is very misleading on the part of Ms. Javier.
Ma'am Javier?
So, I mean, with due respect to you, Attorney Pagano, so you're saying talagang it's really impossible for the 2,000 na ma-restore yun? I mean, what about the legacy na una-una na pong pinag-usapan na pwede namang gamitin yung lumang machine? Kasi regardless of what options we have or what we suggest, parang kung talagang ayaw pong pumayag talaga po ng pamunuan ng PCSO na mag-procure. Kasi ngayon, alam ko po, wala pang plano talaga mag-procure. Nasa sa inyo po yung decision yan. Attorney Pagano, na kay GM po yung pagpayag niyan. Kung talagang papayagan niya po ba na makabili or aantayin ba namin na talagang maubos na kami at yung iloto na lang po talaga ba ang gusto ninyong tangkilikin ng lahat ng mga mananaya? I mean, talagang parang yung system po talaga, nandoon na po papunta eh. Parang if you're not going to restore your 2,000 displaced lotto agent na umaasa po dahil from the pre-termination to termination to the stoppage, biglang nagdesisyon po si GM na i-terminate na lahat. And we have all the documents to prove na bakit ganun po yung nangyari. Bakit po hindi po kami matulungan na magkaroon po niyan? Yun lang po yung sentiments namin, kaya kami po nanghingi ng tulong po talaga.
Okay. I would like to get the opinion of Chairman Juni Kua, PCSO.
Well, I recall that in the last meeting, there was a suggestion to look at the possibility of using the legacy fixed terminal equipment of the PGMC, if I'm not mistaken. And according to what I heard last time, this had been working well. And the suggestion was for management to study it.
Okay.
Hindi ko pa po alam kung ano ang nangyari doon sa pag-i-study na yon. But that is what I recall to be their suggestion.
Yes, Attorney Pagano, yeah, I remember. Pwede naman gamitin ulit yung legacy fixed terminal at gagawa ng study, pag-aaral, yung PCSO. Si GM mismo nagsabi niyan. So, ito pa rin yung pangako niyo the last time, yung sinabi niyo last time. Ang akin po kasi talaga, Attorney Pagano, 2,000 of them na wala ng hanap buhay. And sino po to sila? Sila po yung mga retirees, mga OFWs, mga maliliit na kababayan natin na gustong kumita sa pamagitan nitong pagiging agent, outlet agent ng PCSO. Tinanggalan nyo ng negosyo ng hanap buhay. Kawawa naman. Ibalik po natin yon. At sabi ka nung last time ni GM, ibabalik daw. So, ang tanong ko, when? Sabi mo, it will take some time. So, how long is some time?
Mr. Chair, just to correct Ms. Javier, there was no statement na imposible or hindi gagawin. Like I mentioned earlier, it will take the supplier 8 to 10 months. This is the provider where we are going
Okay, sige,
to
8 to 10 months.
Yes.
So, in 8 to 10 months, may babalik na sila
And this
sa
is not
operation.
the legacy system. This is the PLS, the Philippine Lottery System.
Why PLS? Samantalang the last time, sabi ni GM, yung legacy fixed terminal pa rin. Pag-aaralan nila, titingnan nila kung anong pwede magawa doon para ma-incorporate sa present system ngayon.
Okay. Let me say, just for the sake of this hearing, Mr. Chair, that we will be able to ask the owner of those Lotto terminals, which is PGMC, because Ms. Javier said that they prefer PGMC. Assuming that those terminals are still in working order, ang next sasabihin na naman nila, luma na to, palpak to. So actually, Mr. Chair, this is a management decision of PCSO that we are studying the possibility of just getting new terminals. Because what Ms. Javier is saying, we'll use the legacy system, which are old terminals of PGMC. Yun po. And then, if we will use that, may problema na naman po yung terminal na yon, mananagot na naman kami. So what it's actually, Mr. Chair, as already stated by GM Robles last time, the legacy system or terminals are actually end of life already, Mr. Chair, and is not compatible with the Philippine lottery system. So if you look at...
I know, I remember that. Pero sabi niyo, pag-aaralan niyo kung paano ma-incorporate itong
Yes.
legacy fixed terminal sa present system
Yes, from the last
para
hearing,
mapagbigyan sila.
Yes, from the last hearing, Mr. Chair, may I already inform this committee respectfully that we studied already the possibility of using the legacy terminals, and it is no longer feasible, Mr. Chair. It is not to the best interest of government.
So if it's no longer feasible, meaning bibigyan niyo sila ng bagong terminal? At
That's what
yung
I was
sinasabi niyo, it might
explaining.
take 6
Yes.
to 8 months.
8 to 10 months.
8 to 10 months.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ms. Javier, 8 to 10 months?
Mr.
Pulay?
Chair, may I allow our SOCMED to
Yes,
speak
of
with
course.
regards kasi pioneer
Ma'am
agent
Clariza
po yun.
Imperial, social media ng Pulay.
Good morning po, Mr. Chair. While we really talaga pong ina-acknowledge naman namin yung effort ni PCSO about yung bagong system na gagamitin namin, sana naman during your studies na ginawa, sana kinonsider nyo po yung mga lotto agents. We are renting po ng mga pwesto at hindi lang 1,000, 2,000. Most of us, more than 10,000. Imagine po, kung 10 months po kaming tetenga na nagbabayad po kami ng renta at hindi pa namin alam kung kailan talaga yon, talaga po nakakasama ng loob, Mr. Chair, kasi hindi lang naman po talaga 2,000 na lotto agents ang naapektuhan. Bawat isa po sa amin, at least may 1 or 2 tellers, which is, sila po yung mas nakakaawa. Sila po yung mas tinamaan ng malaki kaysa sa amin. Kasi po kami, may mga ibang hanap buhay po kami. Pero itong mga lotto agents na to, like yung tellers, I'm sorry po, like po sa case ko, dati kasi marami po akong loto. So, natanggal kasi bumaba yung mga sales, sinara ko po. Binigay ko sila sa ibang mga bagong lotto agents na kabubukas pa lang nila, 3 months, 4 months, binigyan na sila ng termination notice. Ang isang lotto outlet po, para makita po namin yung established na sales namin, we have to operate for at least 6 months to a year. Hindi po ganun kadali ngayong kumita sa lotto kasi tabi-tabi na po kami. Pinagtabi-tabi kami. Ang dami namin kakompetensya, produkto pa ng PCSO. So, ang hirap po para sa amin. Yung pong 2,000 lotto agents, may kasama po kaming mga tellers na mas mahirap pa po sa amin. Na sa totoo lang po, wala po silang kabuhayan ngayon. Wala po yung iba sa kanila talagang makain kasi wala na po kaming ipapasweldo sa kanila. I'm sorry po for being emotional again kasi more than 20 years na po akong lotto agent, and since the time na nagkaloto po yung pamilya namin, tuwing may uupong bagong GM, pag pumalpak yung mga desisyon nila, kami po yung naaapektuhan ng malaki. Nagtatrial and error sila, kami yung naaapektuhan ng malaki. Sana maintindihan po ng lahat na bilang mga lotto agents po, kami po ang nagpapasok ng pera sa gobyerno, day in and day out. But every time na may gagawin kayo mga major decision, out kami. Samantalang kami yung nasa ground. Kami yung mga tao na nakakaalam kung ano yung operation yung daily operations namin. Pag ang PCSO nasasangkot sa isang iskandalo, free po yung service namin na nililinis namin yung pangalan ng PCSO for the sake na kami yung unang naaapektuhan. So, I'm sorry po if I have to say this, pero mukhang sa tingin ko, hindi committed sila eh. May mas importante pa ba na gagawin ngayon bilang leader si GM, kundi itong matapos itong problema na to. Marami hong nagugutom sa amin. Hindi lang po kami. Sa totoo lang, ninakawan niyo po kami ng karapatan na maghanap buhay ng marangal at kinuha niyo po sa mga mananaya namin ang karapatan na umasa balang araw, magiging milyonaryo sila dahil sa iskandalong ito na kayo-kayo na lang daw ang nananalo. Sa totoo lang po, right after nung mga edited na ano yan, bumagsak po ang sales namin. Binato po yung sasakyan ko. Yung teller ko minumura ng mga tao. Bakit? Dahil dinadaya na raw. Actually po ako hanggang ngayon, I still want to believe na yung integrity ng PCSO nandyan pa rin. Kasi for 20 years, walang nilabas si PCSO na nanalo. Bakit? Dahil naniniwala kami, lahat kami naniniwalang may nananalo talaga. Ako, na-witness ko po yan kasi dati po, talagang pag nagdodraw po, may mga judges dyan, live lahat. So alam naming totoo po. Yung 400 na yon, masasabi ko po sa inyo na totoo po naman talaga yung mga nanalo na yun, hindi naman po yung dinaya. Possible talaga na may ganung manalo. Yung mga nananalo na sunod-sunod ngayon, possible pa rin po. Kaso nga lang, the way things, na nakikita namin lahat, nakakaduda na. Sobrang nakakaduda na po. And
Ano po yung nakakaduda na?
kasi po, katulad po yan, minadali yung iloto. Diba? Hindi pa sila ready sa system. Bakit yung sistema na kahit maraming problema, maayos naman po naming nagagamit? Bakit pinalitan? Hindi po ba dapat ang ginawa ninyo? Pag upo nyo, sayang wala rito si
Okay,
GM.
makasingit na po. Attorney Pagano, yung sinabi niya kanina na every time magpalit ng administrasyon, ng management sa PCSO, na-out sila eh. Gagawa kayo ng eksperimento, kung ano man yung eksperimento na yon, at pumalpak, sa kanila ang tama. Yung kita nila ang tinatamaan. So dapat, kayo mga bagong upo dyan, kinukonsulta nyo sila. Sinasama nyo sana sila sa mga policy making. Dapat they're being consulted as well. Hindi eh. In a lot of cases, hindi kayo kinukonsulta, di ba? Gumagawa-gawa sila ito, si BP National President Mr. Rogelio de Guzman. Are you being consulted sa mga ginagawang polisiya?
Mr. Chair, hindi po. Hindi po kami kinoconsult. Actually, sir, may I say na before po wala yung 2,000 na mga lotto agents, affected na ho sila sa sales. Talaga mababa na ho ang sales nila. Lalo na po, especially po sa Visayas, Mindanao.
Dahil?
Dahil po yung sales po ng lotto, 30 to 70% po sa digit game. Yung digit game po, ang nangyayari, ginagamit po ng STL. So kung may 20,000 sales ang lotto outlet, 14,000, 15,000 yan sa digit game. Kinain na po yan ng STL. Kaya ho bumagsak ang sales ng lotto. Ito po, pwede pong pagsalita ng ating President ng Mindanao.
Mr. Astrid Osebana, MOCLA President. Ano yung sabihin ng MOCLA?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Chair.
Ano yung sabihin ng
MOCLA stands for Misamis Oriental Cagayan de Oro Lotto Agents Association.
Okay, go ahead,
And
Mr.
I represent
Bana.
them. Thank you for this opportunity of knowing the situation in Mindanao. Mr. Chair, as far as there are two issues here that the Lotto agents in Mindanao share with the Lotto agents nationwide. The first one is on e-Lotto. And many has been said already about the deficiencies of PCSO in obtaining the necessary requirements and procedures prior to the implementation. So we will leave that to the committee and for PCSO to rectify if there's what is needed to be corrected. But as far as the Lotto agents concerned, we oppose e-Lotto, Mr. Chair, because that will eventually wipe out us from business, and Lotto outlets will become useless and irrelevant.
At nabanggit din po kanina ni Ma'am Clarissa Imperial or ni Mr. De Guzman, yung pagpasok ng STL, nabawasan din kayo ng...
Yes, Mr. Chair. One of the reasons given by PCSO for the termination is because of the low sales. But in our situation in Mindanao, we are not to be blamed if ever our sales are down. Why? First, our service provider there, Pacific Online, it's the same provider for e-Lotto. When there is a downtime, when the machines are not in order, when we call them, nobody answers. It takes weeks before our machines will be repaired. So what will happen to our sales?
Excuse me, Pacific Online, pakisagot. Napaka-inutil niyo po pala.
Mr. Chair, meron kasi tayong logistical sa Mindanao from our hub. So, nagkaroon din ng mga resignees, yung nagkataon na wala tayong mga personnel at the time. Isa lang yung naka-assign sa Cagayan area. Kaya nagre-replace kami. It takes time to replace yung mga field service.
So kailan po na magkakaroon kayo ng full staff para matugunan po yung mga problema nila?
Mr. Chair, wala na po kaming staff ngayon. It's PLS na po. Na-decommission na po kami.
With the introduction of the FLX, Your Honor, so the machines of being used by Pacific Online is not anymore being used. But in the past, prior to the FLX, we are using those machines, and which are defective. And there's a joke among ourselves that when we call the hotline, it's a cold line because nobody answers, and it takes weeks to. Okay. So that's the first reason, Mr. Chair. The second one is, when STL was implemented, bettors of the digit games, because I would like to inform this committee that 80% of our total sales is on digit games, particularly 3D. So when STL came into the picture, naturally bettors go to STL because the minimum bet in STL is 1 peso. While the minimum bet in the Lotto outlet is 10 pesos. Aside from that, the payout in Lotto is 4,500 for 10 peso bet. In STL, for 1 peso, they are being paid 650 or 6,500 for our 10 peso bet. So nobody goes to us anymore. So, and then the third,
so in short, Attorney Pagano, so hindi niyo po pwedeng sisihin yung mga operators ng Lotto outlets nyo kung mababa yung sales nila dahil kayo mismo ang dahan-dahan pinapatay sila sa pamagitan ng paglagay ng STL. Have they been consulted bago nagkaroon ng STL?
Mr.
Na
Chair,
napagbutuhan mo ba ito?
actually this was these are the same issues that were raised before STL was even launched, Mr. Chair. May I just, because at the time I was not yet there. Kailan na-launch yung STL? 2000.
Okay, I know it was before your term.
Yes,
I understand that.
But actually, Mr. Chair, all those sentiments regarding STL were already raised during the STL, during the hearings.
Anyway, sorry ma'am. In short, tama nga naman, naintindihan ko sinasabi nila. Kayo dyan sa PCSO, come and go kayo eh. Di ba? Sila nandyan na eh. For so many years, dekada na, yun ang hanap buhay nila eh. Kayo, darating kayo dyan, masisiga-sigaan, gagawa ng experimental na mga polisiya, tinatamaan sila dahil at hindi sila kinukonsulta. Dapat magkaroon lang kayo paggala na konsultahin sila dahil sila nga ang nagpapayaman sa PCSO. Sila yung nagde-deliver ng pera sa PCSO. Sila yung mga kalabaw ng PCSO. And yet, pagdating ng oras, hindi sila kinukonsulta. Ang masaklap pa, sila pa ay pinaparusahan kapag low ang sales at napapasara. God damn. At kagagawa nyo yun kung ba't bumabang sales nila. Dahil naglagay kayong panibagong sugal. Pag may panibagong sugal, panibagong kita. Hindi lang sa PCSO. God knows kung sino pang mga kumikita.
yeah, Mr. Chair, if I may add, there's a third reason. Before, STL is prohibited to play Lotto games particular 3D, because 3D is a lotto game.
Ano po yung 3D?
Yung Suertres, it's a digit game, Your Honor. The Suertres, the 3-digit games.
Ah, 3-digit,
Yeah,
okay.
that's called 3D. And previously, STL is prohibited to play 3D because that is a lotto game.
Ngayon?
But now, they are now allowed.
Kailan pa po ito?
This administration, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's why, wala nang naiwan sa amin, Mr. Honor.
So, Attorney Pagano, bakit pinayagan na mapunta sa STL yung 3-digit game na dapat hindi? Ito pala ang isa pang kumakain sa kinikita ng mga lotto agents.
This was approved by the Office of the President, Mr. Chair.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Do you think I'm stupid?
Yes.
Siyempre, kayo po ang nagpipid niyan. Whatever you feed to the Office of the President might say, yes. Kayo po dyan sa mga Board of Directors ang gumagawa ng polisiya. Don't tell me sa Presidente BBM ang nagdeklara. Anong pakialam ni Presidente BBM sa mga polisiya sa Lotto? He's so busy with bigger problems that we have in our country.
AGM.
Not the 3-digit game. Don't tell me na si President BBM ang may pakana na yung 3-digit game ilalaro na sa STL. No. Kayo po dyan, mga Board of Directors, ipinid nyo po sa Office of the President. Natural yung Office of the President, siguro through the ES, pipirma yan kasi sinubo nyo sa kanya eh. Sinabi nyo, nagkaroon kami ng board resolution, aprobado na itong 3-digit game ilalaro na sa STL, isinubo nyo sa Office ng President, nandiyan sa desk ni ES, pipirma niyan. Galing sa inyo, manggagaling sa inyo. Don't tell me na manggagaling kay Presidente mismo yung idea. Kaya nga sabi ko, I'm not stupid. Anyway, ang sa akin po, nakita ko aping-api talaga to mga lotto outlets natin. Gusto ko po, yung napag-usapan, maibalik yung 2,000 na mga lotto operators. And then, yung iba pa mga pulisya na gagawin nyo po ngayon, they have to be consulted. Siguro, I would like Chairman Junico to be involved. Nandiyan naman yung office niya and he'll be more than willing to assist. Okay lang ba, Chairman Kua?
Yes, certainly, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, kasi nakikita ko po, dehadong-dehado po sila for the longest time. Yes, Mr. Bana?
Mr. Chair, to add my testimony here, the problems has been exposed already. So if I may suggest solutions to the terminated 2,000 lotto agents and even the existing 6,500 lotto agents. Number one, the long-term solution, as mentioned, is for PCSO to procure additional FLX machines. But
ano po, additional?
Additional FLX machines. The present one that they are deploying to 6,500 lotto agents. So procure more, especially to be given to the
2,000. Yun nga po sinasabi ni Attorney Pagano na it might take 6 to 8 months, right?
Okay.
Okay sa inyo yun, 6 to 8 months. Basta may guarantee, Attorney Pagano, may guarantee na in 6 to 8 months, yun, may bibigay yan doon sa mga 2,000 na nawalan. Attorney Pagano. 8 to 10 months. Okay sa inyo?
Mr. Chair, we understand the legal procedures and requirements for the procurement. And as Ms. Imperial mentioned, 8 to 10 months, we are dead by that time. So the second suggestion that I may for the medium term is to use the machines of PGMC, which was the legacy, which was used here in Luzon. And to my understanding, it is still usable. So as our stopgap measure, maybe we can use that. And we are made to understand that there was a study made by the game sector that it's not anymore usable or it's not compatible. But I'm sorry to say this, but that is a self-serving statement. Let an independent entity check whether it can still be used, because you are willing. Now, of course, there will be problems because it's an old machine, but that is better than none. Okay? So,
Okay,
I would suggest
okay,
that...
may suggestion po ako, ganito. Habang iniintay po yung 8 to 10 months na FLX machines, bakit hindi po muna natin paggamitin sila nitong legacy fixed terminal?
Earlier, that is
Na
not
para,
ours.
kasi
is not ours.
naintindihan ko po siya sabi ni Miss Imperial, 10,000 ang renta bawat buwan. Kung nakatenga lang sila at wala silang kinikita, 10,000 times 8, that's 80,000.
That is not ours, Mr. Chair, and that was under a lease agreement, di ba? Yung lease agreement which has already expired, Mr. Chair.
Yung itong legacy.
Yes po. Those terminals are not ours. The lease agreement over those terminals has already expired last year, Mr. Chair.
So wala nang gumagamit nito.
Wala na po. And it's owned by PGMC. I have not even talked to PGMC if they still have those terminals.
Okay, Mr. Bana?
Yeah, it was mentioned in the previous hearing that our President, Ms. Javier, has approached the office of the OGCC. And the OGCC is willing to extend the ELA, the Equipment Lease Agreement, in order
yun
for
pala.
those machines.
So willing.
It's just waiting for the request from PCSO so that OGCC can give its opinion.
Nandito ba yung OGCC? Very good. Attorney Katrina Reyes, ma'am. Totoo ba?
Your Honor, I was not privy to that meeting, so
But can
I
you
will
check?
have to check, yes.
Can you make a phone call now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ngayon na?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, kung merong ganon na, ano sabi niyo ulit? Instructions from OGCC na extend yung lease para ma-accommodate po yung sitwasyon ninyo?
Ma'am Evelyn can...
No, gusto ko lang. Ganon?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, kung merong ganong...
They're willing to extend sana until January, until such time na maka-order sila ng bagong machine. But
January
the thing
this year?
Yeah.
Pero nag-lapse na.
Nag-lapse na po, pero hindi po sila kasi nag-apela eh. They were only asking kung pwede sila mag-appeal. I mean, from the general manager to appeal. I mean, Sir Arnel Casas, the AGM Casas knows
tapos
that.
na po yun eh. Okay. Water under the bridge. Pag-usapan po natin ngayon.
Yeah.
So, pwede ba ulit mag-issue ang OGCC? Hindi na pwede. Too late na.
Well, if PCSO
extension
would
of lease.
ask, siguro po. If PCSO would appeal, I would
Just
ask.
to accommodate the
Mr.
2,000
Chair, I will just have to answer
outlet
this
agents.
regarding legal requirements. An expired contract can no longer be extended. As I mentioned, that is an expired contract. And I don't think OGCC will have jurisdiction or authority to order PCSO to extend a contract that has already expired. Perhaps Judge Kat can confirm.
Well, anyway, sabi lang po nila yon. Kaya nga, sabi ni Attorney Reyes, she's not aware of it. That's why I said make a phone call. But anyway, January pa pala na-expire na. Ganito na lang po, kasi marami pa akong tatakel. Meron pa tayong pag-core, mahaba rin po. Kasi, sige po, para hindi yes.
Yeah, one last thing, Mr. Chair. As an immediate assistant to the Lotto agents, may we request that STL Games, kinuha na yung Lotto sa iLotto, kinuha na po yung 3D sa STL Games. We request that STL Games can be played inside Lotto outlets, and that will make us survive until such time that the FLX machine will come in.
Pero yung STL, may mga operators yun.
Opo, in other words, the AEC, the Authorized Agent Corporations, will be allowed to tap the Lotto outlets to play STL inside Lotto games. Then we will survive.
Okay, social media ng Pulay.
Mr. Chair, yung request po namin na yung STL, sana sa amin na lang, kasi may mga pwesto po kami. Actually po, nagka-STL po ako dati sa loob ng Lotto ko. Kasi may tumabing STL sa Lotto ko. Sabi ko, ipasok nyo sa akin. Ang problema sa STL kasi, minsan illegal, minsan legal. Hindi namin alam kung alin ang legal.
Oh yeah, kasi karamihan sa mga STL, mayari, mga gambling lord din eh.
O kaya po, ang pakiusap lang po namin, yung immediate na makakatulong po sa aming mga Lotto agents is yung STL, ipasok na lang po sa loob ng Lotto.
I don't know the legal technicality about that kasi yung STL may mga kontrata na yan at Attorney Pagano, possible ba yung request nila na pwedeng magtaya ang STL doon sa mga machines nila?
Nga po yun eh. Actually, Mr. Chair, the STL has a separate IRR which has already been in place since the time it started in 2017. Iba rin po ang draw court ng STL, kaya I'm not really familiar with the procedure that they are proposing because STL has its own draw court. And it is required that they are 200 meters away from the Lotto outlet. So yung pag nagpapataya ho sila ng STL doon, illegal nga ho yun eh. Bawal ho yun.
Ganito lang po, sorry kasi meron po tayong pagkor. Okay. I need to tap Chairman Juni Kua na dito po sa mga hinaing nila na hindi pa natatapos ngayon. Continuous investigation gagawin natin with your help na kayo po magtutulay sa PCSO. Sa GM's office at kung ano pang departamento sa PCSO to help them out, Chairman Kua, because I believe in your credibility. I really do.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If tasked by your honor, I certainly will be more than willing to try to find solutions to this problem.
Kasi nandiyan ka na, insider ka na eh. Dahil ang nangyari, pag sila daw ay nakikipag-communicate sa PCSO, pinaikot-ikot sila at umabot ng napakatagal na panahon bago sila sinasagot. Whereas kung kayo po maging tulay, alam ko mabilis kayo umaksyon, agad-agad may parating nyo sa kanila yung problema ng grupo.
Yeah. Okay lang sa akin, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Sorry po talaga kasi kung lahat po kayo abutin tayo another 5 hours dito kasi 1 hour, ubos tayo. Sorry really need to wrap this up kasi meron pa akong dalawang issue sa inyo and then meron pa tayong pagkor. Ayoko naman abutin tayo hanggang gabi sa issue lang natin dito. So, sige, 2 more. Go ahead po.
Mr. Chair, last year po nag-approach na po kami kay Chairman Kua regarding po dun sa ginagamit ng STL yung result namin. Tapos nagulat kami, in-approve ng PCSO na gamitin yung result ng 3D.
I'm sorry, lumapit kay Chairman Kua?
Opo. Nagreklamo ho yung mga lotto agents na ginagamit ng STL yung result ng 3D, especially sa Visayas Mindanao and 2D sa Luzon.
So walang nagawa si Chairman?
Hindi ko po alam.
Chairman?
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Kua.
I recall that this problem was relayed and brought to my attention. But of course, this matter are decisions to be made by the board. And I recall that when this matter was brought to the board, I expressed a different opinion.
Okay. So you expressed a different opinion, but was that communicated to them para malaman nila na gusto mong mangyari yung request nila, kaya lang na-outvoted ka because you're only one? You're a member of the board also, right?
Yes. I'm the chairman. I also vote.
Kaya nga, isang boto. Pero dapat na-communicate nyo po sa kanila.
That was already, when the board decided, it was of course executed by the management and it was relayed to them.
Kasi po isang boto lang po siya eh. So, it doesn't mean na lumapit kayo sa kanya, wala siyang ginawa, meron siyang ginawa, kaya lang.
Actually, sabi po ni Chairman, kampi naman ho siya sa amin regarding, ayaw niya kung ginagamit ng STL yung result ng 3D.
Kaya ito lang po, Mr. Chairman, pag meron po sila mga hinaing and then pumunta sila sa iyo, and then kung sa tingin niyo po, pinaikot-ikot kayo, pwede ba kayo pumunta sa amin, i-hearing natin para ma-expose in the name of transparency, malaman natin kung umaksyon ba o hindi ang PCSO.
Pwede po.
Okay, gano'n naman po.
If that
At least meron na kayong tulay si Chairman. And I really trust his credibility. I know, Chairman Kua, this gentleman has been a public servant for so many years and impeccable po ang kanyang credibility. So, nakita niyo naman po yung hindi niya natugunan yung sumbong dahil isa lang siya sa board. Pinagbubutuhan po yan. Okay?
Thank you po. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Chairman Kua.
Sunod po na ating... Ma'am, meron pa ulit? Thank you. Sunod po natin ngayon ay... Nandito ba yung DILG? DILG? Did we invite DILG? Isabina nga natin DILG. We have to issue a subpoena sa DILG. Itong mga taga-DILG, anong nangyari? Sabi, on the way. Walang DILG?
Pero they confirmed yesterday. Pero ngayon, we will try contacting them.
Tawagan niyo sa secretary ng DILG. Meron ba tayong cellphone? Can you call him? Grabe naman itong mga taga-DILG na to. The reason why we need to talk to the DILG, dun sa sumbong pa ng mga members ng Pulay na pinagbabayad ng business permit ang mga outlets. Samantala meron desisyon ang Supreme Court na hindi na dapat. Diba? So, bakit itong mga taga-LGU dapat to the DILG ayaw sumunod? Meron ba taga Batangas dito, LGU? Kayo po, City Legal, Batangas City. Attorney Sani Jose Rica Blanca.
Good morning, Your Honors.
Okay. Attorney Rica Blanca, hindi niyo po nirespeto itong desisyon ng Supreme Court?
Your Honor, good morning. First, we would like to clarify, Your Honor, that we are only imposing a mayor's permit fee at a fixed rate of 5,000 pesos. We are not imposing a business fee based on the commissions earned of the lotto agents, Your Honor. And we have reviewed all the jurisprudence that have been cited by the PCSO and the letter sent to us by the PCO's Vice Chairman year 2022. And we believe, Your Honor, that these cases are not applicable to the issue at hand.
Dito po sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema, kailangan po nila kumuha ng mayor's permit, pero hindi nila kailangan magbayad ng mayor's fee. Yan po yung nakalagay dito eh. Yung iba po nagko-comply na, so kayo na lang po dyan sa Batangas, ayaw pa mag-comply. Ayan po yan, may kopya ko kayo nito. In fact, I understand, napadala na rin po kayo ng letter ng DILG, o yung DILG nagpalabas ng kanilang opinion. Kaya gusto ko nandito yung DILG para yung DILG mismo magsasalita at magsasabi. Kaso itong DILG hindi sumipot. So, ito po, wala ba kayong kopya nito?
Your Honors, meron po, nakatanggap po kami.
Okay.
And we have already submitted our position paper yesterday, Your Honor, answering those
position paper na hindi nyo susundin itong Supreme Court decision na sinasabi, okay lang magbayad sila, mag-apply sila ng mayor's permit. Okay lang yon. Pero hindi na dapat sila kailangan pa magbayad ng mayor's fee. Ito yun eh. Kasi maliit na nga lang kita nila, sir. Kita mo, hindi ka ba naawa? Kanina pinag-usapan natin na kinakawawa sila. Nandiyan pa yung STL na papatay na yung kanilang kita, na yung 3 digit, etc. Tapos sisingilin pa silang 5,000. Wag naman. Okay lang yun, sisingilin sila po yung sa environmental, sa garbage, o yung fire inspection. Ako naman tawag doon?
Regulatory fees po.
Regulatory fees, okay lang yon. Okay sa inyo, di ba? Yung sa mayor's fee, ang malaki, 5,000. Dapat tablado na yon. Kasi yun ang sinasabi rito. Supreme Court decision. Sumunod po kayo kasi kung hindi, makukontempt kayo. 5,000 lang. Marami pa naman dyan mga negosyo sa Batangas na pwede nyo po sigurong, di ba, patawan ng mayor's permit fee.
We will look into it, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Submit, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Attorney Sani Jose Rica Blanca, at thank you in advance dun sa inyong mayor. What's the name of your mayor, sir?
Beverly Rose Di Macuja, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you in advance kay baby Mayor Rose. Thank you. Okay, isa na lamang. Parang ayaw ko nang banggitin to, pero since nasa agenda, itong mga kabo ng STL na napag-usapan no last time. Itong STL, galit sila sa STL eh. But anyway, trabahador din to, yung mga kabo na walang SSS, Pilat Pag-ibig. Di ba nung nag-hearing tayo nito many times, many months ago, sabi niyo magkakaroon na po, sinulatan niyo ako, ng PCSO, magkakaroon na po ng benefits yung itong mga kabo kasi ito naman talaga ang kumukolekta ng taya, kubrador, umulan man, uminit, pag nagkasakit, wala silang pambayad sa hospitalization, magmamakaawa pa sila sa mga STL operators. Kuminsan nakakatikim pa sila masakit na salita. So, ano na pong status itong mga kabo? Meron na ba sila mga benefits?
Actually, Mr. Chair, for an STL to be able to operate, they have to submit SSS and PhilHealth coverage of their employees. However, for the AACs, the cabos and cobradores are actually not regular employees. They come and go, Mr. Chair. Meron yung housewife, papasok siya ngayon, mangongolekta siya, tomorrow wala na po siya. So, to be honest, Mr. Chair, it really depends on the legislative bodies to pass the requisite law regarding this, because this involves SSS and PhilHealth. There are provisions of the SSS law. In fact, if you don't cover your employees, that's a criminal case, as well as the PhilHealth law. So, unfortunately, project or mga
Attorney
intermittent
Pagano,
employees
ma'am.
are not covered.
Ma'am, for the second time,
Yes,
please
sir.
don't make me stupid here.
No, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
ma'am, yung sinasabi mo, totoo yun. May mga housewife, come and go. Pero that's only 1%. Yung 99%, they stick. Sila pa rin po yung nangongolekta. Kaya nga po, kumikita po ng bilyones, ito po mga STL operators, kasi kung sila come and go yung kanilang mga kolektor, hindi sana kikita silang ganong kalaki. Kaya sila kumikita ng ganong kalaki dahil may mga suki-suki na yan, yung mga kobrador kabo, may mga suki na yan. Yung pagtataya nila, regular na. So, ma'am, kailangan po talaga magkaroon ng benefits to mga kabo. Kailangan po. Siguro pwede niyo po ilagay doon sa kondisyon sa pagbibigay ng prangkisa sa mga STL operators na dapat merong SSS PhilHealth Pag-ibig ang inyong mga kabo kobradores. Pag hindi, kakansilin ng inyong pong prangkisa. Ganun lang po yun. Kung gugustuhin, maraming paraan. Kung ayaw, maraming dahilan. Di po ba, Madam Attorney? You're a lawyer. Okay, ma'am? So, gusto ko po sa susunod na hearing, meron po tayo makikita ang concrete document na decision na talaga magkakaroon na po ng benefits ng mga kabo. Kasi itong mga STL operators, and you will agree with me, some of them are gambling lords. Really. Some of them. Bong Pineda, ang daming STL. Kilalang gambling lord yan. Di ba?
One more thing, Mr. Chair. Yung pong cancellation po, ang problema ho namin up to now. Kasi po talagang malaki yung problema ho lahat ng mga lotto agents, lotto tellers yan eh. Kung sinasabi, yung cancellation po, ng ticket cancellation,
okay.
Yan po yung pinakamabigat na
Okay, isa pa. But thank you. Hindi na lista ng staff ko dito. Ticket cancellation, Attorney Pagano, nangyari, nag-aabono yung mga teller. Nagbigay ng example, hindi naman kagustuhan nila na ikakansilin yun kasi yung mananaya sabi ayoko yung ticket niyan, mali yan, hindi yan ang tinayaan ko, sila nagbabayad. So anong
actually, Mr. Chair, as mentioned to you by GM Robles last time, the reason cancellation was stopped is because PCSO was losing 500,000 per day. I think if you remember, Mr. Chair, I was here also during the hearing. 500,000 pesos per day. PCSO was losing that kind of money. It was there was a time that it amounted to 17 million pesos for a month. Now, I understand the plight of the tellers, especially the tellers, not the agents, Mr. Chair. But what we are looking into now is that we will allow cancellations under very stringent requirements. That it is not as simple. They deduct the cancellations from their sales. There is a process, Mr. Chair. The Commission on Audit, we've already consulted the Commission on Audit. This is similar to a money claim against government because a cancellation is deducted from the sales, Mr. Chair. Like mentioned by GM Robles last time, mas marami pa ho ang cancellations kesa sa sales nung isang lotto agent na to. I hope they will let me finish my statement, Mr. Chair. Regarding cancellations, we are looking into already the return of the option to cancel, but under very stringent requirements. It will be on a basis of reimbursement. It will have to be looked at, validated by our branch manager or our personnel, and then it...
Ma'am, napakahabang proseso yan.
Yes po.
Ang sinasabi nila last time, kung maalala ko, bigyan sila ng window na they're able to cancel that mismong taya.
That's what we did last time, Mr. Chair. That was what the teller used to do a lot of cancellations. They were given a window of 5 minutes, Mr. Chair, from the cancellation. Now, my question is, this actually is disadvantageous to the government. We were losing 500,000
Okay,
pesos
I
a
know
day.
you were losing 500,000.
500.
How about the small tellers that are losing a lifetime savings or the whole month salary? Because of this kapalpakan ng computer system.
No, that's no, Mr.
Hindi kasi,
Chair.
Attorney Pagan, nandito
Yes,
ka naman,
sir.
di ba? Yung sinasabi nila, yung mga numero na nailagay doon sa ticket na hindi naman dapat, na nagkamali po, yung system error po. Inadmit ni GM to, nangyari to. And yet, sa kanila,
Well, that is a general statement, Mr. Chair. There are
kaya
several
paano yun?
reasons for cancellation.
Paano yun? Inadmit
Kaya
nyo
nga
naman
po.
na nangyari yun.
Kaya
Na
nga
nagkakamali. Kasama, naalala ko yan, thermal paper, hindi maganda.
Opo.
Okay. Mali yung pagka-print.
Yes.
Okay, hindi nababasa or mali yung printer. Tapos meron pa yung system. Imbis na tinataya niya system 3, lumabas system 8. Wala siya pambayad. So that needs to be canceled.
Yes,
ngayon, aalis yung mananayo, wala siyang pera eh. Ayaw ko yan. Ang laki-laki yan. 6,000. Ang pera ko lang dito, kunyari 3,000. Silang mag-absorb ng 6,000.
Yun nga
So
po.
paano yun? Anong solusyon po nakikita niyo doon?
Okay. That's why we need to classify the reason for the cancellation. If the cancellation is caused by the paper, that's why may validation po yan, Mr. Chair. Hindi pwedeng teller lang magsabi, ay, cancel to, deduct ko sa...
So what you're saying is,
Bubulsan niya
merong validation process.
Yes.
So pupunta sa PCSO, ang mga teller ipapakita yung ticket, ito-validate ng PCSO.
Dati naman po talaga
At
yun.
i-reimburse.
Yes po.
Is that fair enough, Chairman? Kuha?
Well, if the damage is a result not coming from the teller, then I think
Okay yung reimbursement process.
Sa tingin ko pwede.
Okay. So what they're saying, ma'am, okay si Chairman doon, na i-reimburse na lang. Meron kasi validation process, pupunta sa PCSO, ipapakita, ipunin yung mga ticket na dapat na-cancel, and then reimburse nila. Tama?
Even before they were required to keep the tickets. Kasi Mr. Chair, kung may problema yung papel, then sisingilin namin yung supplier. Kung may problema yung equipment, sisingilin
Pwede bang
namin.
mapakita kayo ng record para para malaman nila na nagsasabi kayo ng totoo na the government were losing half a million a month?
Yes, we have
you
that.
said?
We have that. We will submit
Sa
to
mga
the
cancellation
committee.
na yan?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
If you want, from January 2023 up to September under the old system.
Magkano pong na ano?
500 average. Okay.
500,000?
Yeah. For January to September up to 2023, under the legacy system, we were losing 541, 498, etc. Average of 503,478 pesos 39 centavos. For the month of October and November, for October we lost 548,000.
Okay, so very clear to us. Basta pakita niyo yung record sa amin na talagang nawawalan kayo ng pera because of this cancellation.
The list as well of the lotto agents,
Now,
Mr. Chair.
meron na kayong patakaran in place yung bang validation project, they have to go through validation process at sila ma-reimburse?
That's what we are crafting now, Mr. Chair, because
Okay.
we practically should be given time instead of having to answer their crying
So
stories.
what's wrong with that na kailan may validation process dahil magpapakita silang records dito na talagang nalulugit
Mr. Chair,
by the hundreds of thousands?
Mr. Chair, hindi naman po lahat ng lotto outlets nagkakaroon ng cancellation.
Ang tanong ko lang, ano pong problema nyo doon? Ma'am, isa-isa lang.
Yes, sir.
Ano problema nyo po doon na i-refund naman daw, i-reimburse as long as meron dadaan sa isang validation
Mr. Chair,
process.
cancel na po yun eh. Cancel na po yun. Hindi na po kasama sa sales yun. Kung kinancel. Ngayon, kung wrong basa po ng reader, usually naabot minsan 5,000, 6,000, wala naman ho iaabono. Kailan pa? Kung everyday ho may error yung machine, lalaki ho yan. Paano po yun? Kasi minsan ho darating yung technician, tatawagin yung technician, bumabasa ng mali yung machine. So, lilinisin, maayos na. So, ilang basa na po yung nagkamali. Example, 320. Sa pagitan ng 20, may 520. Yun yung ba nagiging problema ng bagong machine? Masyado pong sensitive, lalo po ngayon. Kaya po nagmamadali kami na kailangan magkaroon na po ng cancellation. Kasi everyday po may nag-aabono.
Ma'am, okay. Kung by the thousands pala, ang cancellation, wala naman pang abono to sila. Kung 5,000, 6,000, magkano ang sweldo ng teller? Minimum. Kung nakatatlong cancellation worth 15,000, ubos yung sweldo na yun, sabi ko. So, and I do acknowledge na naluluging PCSO ng 500,000. Kung nag-augment nga kayo by the hundreds of millions, 500 million, yung 500,000.
Mr. Chair.
Sir, please. Please, sorry po Kung nag-augment kayo ng 500,000 para may manalo lang ng isa, ano yung 500,000 na malulugi kayo? Although, dapat hindi naluluging PCSO. Gawan nyo ng paraan na hindi naman madidihado itong, ma'am, sandali lang. Kasi nagsalita ako, taasan kayo ng kamay. Nalilito po ako, please. Okay? Paano naman? Diba sila? Paano kung yung wala silang pang-reimburse? Dapat pag mag-usap kayo, you have to come up with a system.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Maybe we will have a cap. Like for example, you're allowed 5 cancellations, something to that effect, Mr. Chair. And then more than that threshold, they really have to report that to the hotline. Ang nakakapagtaka kasi, Mr. Chair, based on our ang lagi na lang nakakancel 2D, 4D. We have
2D, 4D.
Yes po, 2D, 3D, 4D. Yan po
Bakit?
lagi.
Bakit 2D, 3D, 4D?
Without having to say who did what. Ang gagawin nila, kunwari, na-cancel yon. Kasi if hindi naman yon ma-claim, kung hindi winning ticket yon, ano na yon, good as cancelled na yon, kanila na yung taya na yon. Ngayon, pag nanalo yon, kaya na rin nilang anuhin yon, bayaran yung 4-5 na price nito.
So ibig sabihin, nilalabanan?
Nilalabanan po
And you have those records to show na puro 4D, 3D. 2D,
3D, 4D po.
Pero yung pumunta dito nung last time, hindi. Yung talagang regular lotto game. Yung 645.
I did not see the proof that they presented. I did not see those documents.
Kaya nga po, lalabas ko kayo ng polisiya na maging stick kayo dun sa mga 4D, 3D, whatever, 5D. Pero doon po sa mga big lotto games, dapat agad-agad, pag na-cancel, hindi naman pwedeng dayain yun, hindi naman pwedeng labanan yun, makancel para hindi na mag-abono yung mga teller. Is that okay?
Yes, Mr.
Doon
Chair.
sa mga 4D, 3D,
We will classify again. Like,
so magkaroon ng classification.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Ma'am.
Mr. Chair, I just simply don't understand as to why they're saying they're losing money. They're not naman even paying the cancellations. I mean, we suffer paying because we needed to, wala na pong cancellation, diba? So, kung during the cancellation, they're losing, why are they going to lose with the cancellation? Canceled na nga po yun, hindi na papasok sa sales yun. So, it's just, I mean, where's the logic there that, they're saying that they're losing 500,000?
Attorney Pagano, she's making sense here.
No, she's not a lotto agent kasi that's why she doesn't understand.
Cancelled na yun. Bakit pa nga pala malulugi ang PCSO sa mga tickets na cancelled? Hindi na nga pumasok pala yun sa kaban ng PCSO.
Yun nga, sir. They make it appear that it was cancelled and they deduct that, okay, you have sales, example. Example, sir. Magbigay ako ng example. Wait, ito. Let's say, para hindi masyadong malaki, 4D, ang sales niya, 6,160 pesos.
Okay,
na
6,000.
May cancel siya. May cancel, Mr. Chair. 5,760 pesos.
Okay, tama na. Lalabas sa records nila, papasok doon sa PCSO, halimbawa sa 4D.
Cancelled na po.
Oh, canceled how much? 6,000.
Hindi, ang sales po niya 6,150.
Okay.
Okay. Ang cancel niya 5,760.
Okay.
Ang net sales niya 390.
Okay,
Yun
so
na lang po natira.
okay. So ibig sabihin ibinawas yung canceled doon sa sales na pumasok doon sa PCSO.
Opo.
Okay.
We have naman, Mr. Chair, we have the documents. We're not making this up. It's not as if we can make up all this data.
Okay. Siguro po, kailangan din natin ng third-party auditor na titingin dyan para tingnan yung records ninyo, babanggain doon sa records nila. Okay?
We will welcome that, Mr. Chair, para matapos na once and for all yung issue nila about cancer.
And then, siguro, bigyan nyo kami ng record para ipasa namin sa kanila yung
Yes.
mga sinasabi nyong lugi na 500,000 by the hundreds of thousands.
Yes.
Bigyan natin sila ng
Yes.
kopya so
We
they can
will
study it.
welcome that, Mr. Chair.
And then, pwede nilang kontahin, pwedeng hindi. Pag kinonta nila, pupunta sila kay Chairman Kua,
Yes, punta.
sasabihin nila,
Opo.
and then mag-uusap-usap yung mga operators. Okay?
Opo.
Alright. Okay. For matters not taking up due to lack of time, I request everybody to submit their position paper, both sides. Okay? Para ano na muna kami ng pagko naman for the PCSO. Suspend muna kami. Suspend. Thank you po.